Welcome to the Rent to Sell program, and thank you so much for your interest in working with us at renttobuypa.com. Do you have a property you're trying to rent or sell? Do you own a house or property that you're ready to sell? Have you been trying to rent or sell it already and haven't had success? Why do you think it hasn't been leased or sold yet? How much targeted marketing have you done, and to what markets have you marketed to? Those are the questions I want you to ask yourself if your property hasn't been leased or sold yet. What's the key to selling or renting your property fast? I'll give you a hint. I mentioned it in the last slide. It's target marketing. The more qualified prospects that see your property, the higher percentage chance you have to sell or lease it. That's just a fact. It's all about the numbers in business in general, and real estate is no exception to that. What's the fastest and smartest way to sell your property and get top dollar for it? Now that you know target marketing is crucial because it's the fastest way to unload a property, how do we sell for top dollar? That's the question. Most people focus on selling to A buyers that can qualify today and that have 20% to put down. That's a very small percent of the market, guys. We focus on selling to the whole market of available buyers. So we specialize in working with buyers who need a little time to clean up their credit to get qualified, or they have at least $4,000 to put down towards their next home, but they may need some time to save up their necessary down payment, which is usually 20% down in order to get qualified to purchase a home. So they might not have enough money yet to put down towards their next home, and they might need some time to clean up their credit to get qualified, but they do have verifiable income. Since these individuals aren't A buyers, they have to pay full retail because we're offering the property on lease-to-own terms, which makes it highly desirable for the whole buyer's market. And that includes A buyers because the advantage is we're offering an individual the chance to live in their next dream home before they decide whether or not they're going to buy it. And their money that they're putting up for the fee to move in, we're going to tack that on to your price. So we'll get to that later in the presentation. So how can we help you? Even if you've been marketing your property, unless you have been target marketing to thousands of lease-to-own buyers who will pay full market value for the next property I can find them that fits their needs because they have to due to their credit or down payment situation. They have no other choice. This is the only way they'll be able to purchase a home, through a lease-to-own basis. We can ask full price because we have the entire buyer's market to offer your property to, which results in many buyers but little competition for us because people are unaware of this selling strategy and why it makes sense. So we are among a smaller group of people offering their properties out for rent to own and for sale using those terms. And there's so many buyers that don't have perfect credit to get a loan, or they don't have enough money yet for their down payment. All of those individuals we target, but they need a certain amount of money down and provable income. Introducing the Rent to Sell program. We are offering a turnkey push-button marketing system for sellers who want to take advantage of our expertise in matching up these rent-to-own buyers with you, the seller. We will market your property through all of our channels so we can get your property in front of thousands of qualified buyers. So now I want you to ask yourself, how much do other traditional selling and renting services cost? Typically, through a real estate sale, if you want to sell your property somewhat quickly, you want to list it with a real estate agent traditionally, and you're going to pay a commission. Typically, it's 5 to 7%, so average about 6%. Now, if you want to rent your property and you want to pay a real estate agent in order to do that, your fee is going to typically be 1 month's rent. If you want to pay a real estate management company a commission to rent out your property, you're also going to pay 1 month's rent for that. Now, here's the best part about this program at renttobuypa.com. There's no charge on the real estate sale or the rental. We simply collect our fee from the tenant buyer that we find. The rent to sell program benefits. We triple your marketing exposure for you. There's no risk to you. If you sell or rent the house before we find a good tenant buyer, you can just cancel our option agreement. You get to approve the tenant buyer we find, and you stay in control. You collect 100% of the rent every month, and we collect the option deposit from the tenant buyer as our fee. Our program doesn't cost you a dime, and we have a bunch of buyers right now ready to go. Would you like to apply for the rent to sell program? If you would like a chance for us to use our time, our resources, and our capital, as well as our experience, to find you a qualified tenant buyer for your property, then simply click the submit button below where you can apply right away. Warning: we can only process so many properties at a time. If you are interested in this opportunity, then take action today before the rent to sell program shuts down. And I look forward to a long, successful business relationship. Talk to you soon.